Oh, no, absolutely. That was my...
I know, that's going to have to be at 3 o'clock. We're going to have to do a tattoo party stat after this, okay?
Let's put it on the forearm of my glove, like we talked about.
I know. Well, that means you...
And everywhere else.
Right behind your lip. The sweet spot, yeah. The sweet spot.
Okay, if you know there's a really thick hole,
Yep.
We're going to need 2 ladles on some of them.
The end one.
Yep, that end.
Okay.
Okay.
we're going to take a temperature in your ladles.
Okay.
That'll be like the last one, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, we're only going half of this pot here, right? And then or do you want to do more because we're preheating? Does anybody else need to preheat? Yeah.
Hey, Alyssa, the stream is started and running now.
Okay.
So in like 5 minutes, let's make an announcement.
Where do I look? Where am I looking at? Like, should I just talk to Dan?
You don't need to look.
And Dave.
Voice.
Huh? Now I can talk.
It's both a head cam and a little cam.
I'm in the pot. Here I am, my happy place.
We're just warming up here.
Okay, you guys, I mean, we're gonna be going, I see what you're saying. Everybody preheats and they go straight to the furnace.
Like, we'll just do it in line, so then, and once you're full.
I get it. Get this? Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go straight to the end over there, just so you know. Yeah, give me a little topper. Cute. Like handing out candies. So, Alex, do you want me to announce something? Like,
I mean, yeah, if you want.
yeah.
Good afternoon,
Live
ladies
stream.
and...
Are we on?
We've been on.
This is happening!
This is currently happening.
Woo!
It's happening!
This is great. My best friends, my happy place, in the studio, aluminum. Pouring hard out 12 years, but it's our 10-year anniversary, guys.
It is.
Super pumped. So yeah, everybody tuning in right now, you get a little backstage tour of my studio, my best friends, and some of the best seats in the house for pouring in the foundries that we do anyway. Our made-up foundry.
This is a legit foundry
Are all
that we
the
just
community-
made.
These are all the community pieces that we did with the workshops from Olbrich and all of the online virtual clay workshops that we did leading up to this event. It's a ton of work for people to make them. It's a ton of work for, Olbrich has been a really awesome partner in this whole thing. So we're really just appreciative of everybody in the community that's just showed up to make this happen despite all the odds. In the year of the COVID, everybody's got N95 masks on. Everybody's been COVID tested. We didn't even do a dance party yet. I mean, we've been super strict. But what I'm really proud of is all of our sponsors, Findorf, JH Findorf Sons. They're huge, coming back as 7th year sponsors again. Kip Corp is showing up with, we're speaking their language with some aluminum this year, and as another 7th year sponsor. Burnson Brass Foundry, they're showing up where all this luscious metal that we're pouring today is straight from their floor and their pour floor. So we're so grateful that they gave us access to their stock so that we can make this pour happen. And then of course, we have some really incredible people just from our community that have done workshops in the past that were sponsors. So we're really thankful for Chuck Howenstein down in Illinois and Rich and Deb Rippin. So those guys have also contributed to making just all these things happen. And then of course, let's not forget the people who are standing right here. I'm so lucky to be part of this community. So feeling the love, guys. We're gonna pour some molds, and I think we're at temperature, right, Kyle? Kyle Metzloff.
I'll do a temperature quick.
Yeah, let's do temperature. Also,
Should we go around and introduce ourselves?
I do want to talk about the people who are here right now. So Kyle Metzloff, everybody, if you don't know Crazy Kyle, he is a professor of material science and engineering at UW-Platteville and UW-Madison. He has built a program that is so sought after from the industry. They have basically locked you in to be, as long as you're living, you're teaching basically at Platteville, because you are so successful at getting kids not only involved, motivated, but super ahead of the curve technologically with the industry. And this kiln right here would not have happened if it weren't for Kyle's ingenious, and Henry Freer, who is also from Platteville. He is teaching there, isn't he, as well? Yeah. So he was a student of Kyle's, but now he's his own thing. And these guys have graciously, generously let me and us use this furnace to make this event happen, because I don't own non-ferrous stuff generally. So, Kyle, what would I do without you? We would just be absolutely lost.
Hey, Alyssa.
And then
what's non-ferrous stuff?
What's non-ferrous? That's a great question. Well, ferrous is an element in the world. Sorry. Okay, it just means it's not steel, it's not iron-based, it's not, magnetic, basically. So aluminum, bronze is non-ferrous. Iron is what we normally do, but this year we're doing some beautiful 356, holy cow, I'm dyslexic, 356 aluminum. And then let's not forget to mention everybody here, Kelly Ludeking, my BFF forever. He is from Minneapolis. He's starting an amazing foundry up there that is going to just rock our worlds. I cannot wait to get up there. It's KRL Metals, right? Yep. Like KRL Metals. And I learned everything I needed to learn to get started, and then some. I continue to learn from Kelly. If it weren't for you, this event wouldn't happen. So 10 years, and along with this young fella.
Before we do that, also blacksmithing and welding.
Yes.
This is your guy.
There is, what is the website up there? Do you got, that's got started?
Just kellyludeking.com.
Yeah, kellyludeking.com. You got to follow this guy if you can catch him, because he's super rare. I'm very grateful that you're here, that, we can do, you haven't missed 1 year ever in 12 years, basically. Yeah, you've been doing this. You made Milwaukee happen too. When I was just a pup, I was like, what's a ladle? Just kidding. And then, of course, we got Dan Dricken, who is also from Milwaukee. You are my other BFF. You guys are all my BFFs, but this is my core crew here, people. 10-year anniversary as well. First pour in Madison back in the day. Dan was showing up, and we're going to have to do like a recap picture of that. But Dan is an artist, does some really brilliant ceramic work and non-ferrous sculptures himself, bronze, aluminum.
As well as ferrous.
And lots of iron pieces, lots of really radical, just absolutely unabashedly gorgeous and free-form vessels and all kinds of beautiful work. Check out his stuff at dandrickensculpture.com. And
I wasn't expecting a plug, but thanks.
well, that's what we do here, And
now
then,
I have to update the site.
yeah, you better start actually doing something on your website. And then, of course, Dave Arnold is showing up early in the morning, early bird from Milwaukee as well. He's another artist from UW Milwaukee. Are you finishing in
This is my last
engineering?
semester in for my bachelor of fine arts, but doing the 12-year program.
Well, you're a student of life, so it doesn't matter where you are. You're always learning, and you are just so rock solid. I called Dave with core crew in mind, because you're just very reliable and you're so detail oriented, solid on the ladle. I'm so grateful for your availability, and and makes beautiful technical casting, really beautiful technical casting that are both really tight sculptures that are both. I think that they're like freestanding, but they're also like some wall pieces, don't you have? Or
Yeah.
But he's also a really amazing carpenter. Both of these guys, actually, Milwaukee carpenters here in the back. Right, and in the back there, we got Mike and Barb coming in from Prairie du Chien and their son Logan, who have been here every year, endlessly, just so supportive in every sort of way. They've been here cleaning up after us like we're a bunch of herd of kittens, like just making wreck.
Filthy.
And also,
filthy
we are
kittens.
filthy. Yeah, we're a hot mess, but they come in every year and just like clean it up for us. Jasper just walked in, right on, Kyle's son. And so, yep, you're going live. You're going live.
Yeah, you're on the internet right now.
No pressure. Going away. Walking away now.
He's very busy. He's very busy.
He's been casting. Yeah, Jasper's been casting since he was 3 years old because he's Kyle's son. So whether you like it or not, you know what you're doing. So, and then last but not least, let's all give it up for our VJ here, Alex, who brought in the jam. You are the man behind the guru, the technical stuff that's making this whole stream happen. I would have been absolutely lost and helpless without you. So all of this equipment, all of this live stream sort of hook up everything, Alex brought the goods and just without even blinking an eye stepped into this role, and it was really complicated actually. And I almost thought it wasn't going to work.
Everything went perfectly.
You
Don't
are
listen
amazing.
to her lies. It was smooth as butter.
You made it look really easy, but behind that
It was a flawless 14 hours of cobbling together cables.
Anyway, so I think that's our crew here, guys. What do you think? Should we fill up some molds now?
Let's do that.
Let's pour. All right. Pour your heart out. 12. And then we're just gonna wait. So we're gonna do this. This type of furnace is really fun because it's a dipper furnace. That means we've kind of got something we call like a soup spoon. It's like a soup kitchen here. So
Lunch Lady Kyle.
Yep, lunch lady Kyle. No soup for you. And so you are going to give us the goods. We're going to do
Thank you, Kelly.
at a time. So we got like 1,556 degrees, so 1,500-ish degrees of aluminum. Aluminum has a ton of surface tension on it, so it makes this weird skin. That's just what it does. It like molts like a reptile. Basically, you gotta fill that mold up pretty quickly. It conducts heat really fast, so it doesn't hold its heat very well like iron does. And so once we got a full ladle, we're just gonna jam. We're just gonna be rocking and rolling. So. Stuff is so weird compared to iron. I just love it. It's like bizarre. It's like, where does this come from?
Got a little bit in here for you, Kelly.
And just go right here. Diesel. So what we're looking for is all these vents to come up and pop together like that, and then we stop pouring. Sometimes I like to backfill that a little bit. And you know we got it filled. I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need some more metal. Can I put some in yours now?
You gonna top it off, or is that good?
All right, coming behind you, Dan.
Okay.
I mean, Dave. Dan. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, we're interchangeable.
Who is this? You are double ladling, double handing, double fister here. God, you cracked me up.
Hey, somebody, you want to pour this one right here? That's probably good. I got a little skid on that one. Temperature here. There we go, cool.
Nice.
Perfect.
There's probably like 3 or 4 more ladles and we're probably going to sell it. I think that's going to be about it.
Okay.
Okay, you guys.
Hey, Alyssa, I got a little bit of metal for you.
Okay, I might take some.
You guys, when you want to pour the big one, I want cold ladle. Cold ladle on that.
Ones right now. Just because I got a lot, and then I can come back and I know how much you need, so I'm gonna feel good about that.
It's going to take a long time for those to cool down, so.
I will. I think I will right now.
Oh yeah, I'll take a temperature before you pour it.
All right.
Hey, right? All right, I'm gonna pig it.
That odor isn't inspirational.
Oh, good. We got 2 ladles. Can I go see that when you guys pour? Are you going right now?
These 2 ladles are going in the big one or
You
what?
can.
Okay.
Just let me know.
Okay.
Well, you gotta sit. You gotta sit for a bit, right?
I will.
Yeah.
Over by it.
You
Over by it.
sit. Dave, why don't you come over this way? Yeah,
Sure.
there is. I mean, we could.
It's going to be like 5 minutes of sitting there. Okay. Cool that thing down.
Well, why don't we just do the rest of the molds here on the benches? What do you think about that?
Should we? All right.
Do you need a new ladle?
Must have freaking dissolved.
Yeah, they're kind of temporary. Popping a hole. I think we got 2 more of those somewhere. Probably locate those. Oh, it's right behind us, actually. But you're gonna want to preheat it though.
just-
So
Yeah, I was.
Panning the camera.
yeah. Soup kitchen. How many more do you want to do before we got to
This is
reheat?
it.
Reheat.
it.
Okay. Do some of these scratch tiles
Dan, are you
then.
just standing there with a pot of metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're letting
So
it cool down.
occasionally, not often, but occasionally,
Good job.
we need cooler metal for
Okay,
a
these are all
mold,
poured.
and so we are waiting for this metal to cool off before we put it in this mold right here.
Sand.
Why do we need cooler metal for this? Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think I got this.
Really trying to get us so that we're at a very specific temperature.
Gotcha. Okay.
We're right around 1280, I think instead of 1250. You want to
That is so satisfying.
All right.
This is a thicker mat.
Let's roll this
Sure.
back.
Gotcha. All right.
Cheers.
All right, who smoked out my feed?
Sorry, guys.
There's a knob on the back of the fan.
It's on the fan itself. It's on the middle of the fan. Middle.
It's in the back.
Middle of the back. Is it going the wrong
Pop
way?
the bay door.
No, we want it blowing in so it sucks out the top because the top. I know we had it. There's a knob right in the back.
Yeah. Here, guys.
It looks great for a foundry, like a 12-hour built foundry. Absolutely.
Okay, so what we're doing is we're taking a temperature to cool down this metal because we were originally at 1550 inside of our furnace, but this is a really cool piece from George Bobuda in Tomahawk. Sorry, George, I just but he's super fun. He's taken several of our workshops. This is one of the pieces that he made, and it's a piece stove over a Corona.
And this
So it's
piece,
this really wild looking ball, you know, like it's like kind of a time ball, but it's on a plaque and it says peace, and he's just hoping for this world to find some healing.
well, and as
after
Kelly
this
said
crazy
earlier,
year.
this piece does have a lot of volume, so if we pour it when it's super hot, there's going to be a lot of shrinkage. So essentially, we're letting that metal shrink in our pots so it doesn't do it in the mold.
Right, so hopefully everybody heard that, but basically if we poured this really, really hot, aluminum is this wild metal that sucks down when it cools, it shrinks so severely that it'll make a giant pucker or almost a hollow casting, because when it shrinks it needs to grab more material to fill that void. So by lowering the temperature when we pour it, it'll create a much more successful casting in the end. So we're just monitoring that temperature. The thermocouple, Mr. Kyle Metzloff, is taking care of that. We're at like 1300, you said?
You want to take a temperature?
Yeah, I can tell it's still hot.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put
still
a,
has a glow to it. Still has an orange color to it.
I mean, generally, doesn't aluminum suck in heat first?
So what I'd like to do is. What if we transfer it to another ladle?
Back and forth?
wanna just pass the metal back and forth? Dan?
Yep.
Yeah,
You wanna take a temp every time you do this?
A little less glowy. That's a professional term.
I'm gonna go into Dave's,
Okay.
and then you can go into his. Ready? Here we go.
Yep.
Look at that weird old tongue. Super weird.
What's that?
Where are you at? Ice cube.
And
He
by
just puts
ice
his
cube,
finger in,
Kyle
no big deal.
means a room temperature piece of aluminum, which essentially. Yep. Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
13:25 now. We're practicing our ladling skills.
Yeah.
Am I gonna pass to you?
Yeah, you want to pass it back to me then?
Actually,
You good?
We're at 1333 right now.
Yes, Kyle?
You could probably pour it now.
Sure.
Yeah, we got the riser on there,
Go ahead.
so it'll probably be good.
Okay, so
You guys pour together.
No, if you do it, try to connect the stream. Are you
Yeah.
me? You know what I mean?
You gonna
This is one time where you do indeed want to cross the stream.
You wanna go
You
first?
guys are-
I'll go
You
first.
guys got this. Cross the swords. Okay, go Dave.
Good, Dave.
Get closer, get closer, get closer.
Sorry.
Okay, take a breath. Slow down.
Oh,
Okay, so what you can do is hang out for a second. It's
gonna
start-
shrink.
One person can take it back.
Do you
Go
wanna
ahead, take
do you
yours
wanna
back.
have a couple more molds?
Yeah,
hit
there's
over
a few
there?
more molds that you can probably hit. I got just a little bit.
do the ingots if you're gonna do them because some of these
yeah.
need
Pour it
to
back
flow.
Here, this
Or in the
open
furnace.
face one.
Yeah, pour those.
Yeah.
I'll just hold out. I'll just hang out and do this.
Do this.
So what you're gonna see is it's gonna start shrinking down in there.
He's got a ladle cam on the shank of his ladle, and so he's showing viewers up close and personal like a skate park. It's like awesome.
What we don't
Awesome
want.
perspective. This is the best seat in the house. Seriously. Normally at these events, we have to do
Yeah, take it back to the furnace. I'll take the top off for you. Dump it in there.
Your preference. Go ahead and throw it back in.
Got it? Yep.
Oops, sorry.
Yep.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Now you want me to go out and get
Yep, yep.
the next batch?
Let's get the ingots in and start melting.
Where do we go?
well, holy crap.
Where do we want to put these now?
80 pounds. So what we got to do now is, let me just let you peek inside here so you can see the pot is half full. We don't want to go all the way down because it takes a lot longer for us to remelt a cold ingot than it does when we put it into a puddle. So starting with something is way, way more quicker than doing it from, scratch. So we're gonna reheat. It's gonna take about 2.5 hours for us to get it back up to 1500 with ingots that we got outside that we're preheating right now to help kind of expedite that whole process. And we got a second feed going on at 3 today. But before we go, I'm not gonna shut this down yet. I think we should walk around the studio and see some castings, yeah?
I think you should open some of these
Yeah, we
up.
got
Some of these.
like 15 minutes.
All right, we got 15 minutes. On them, these coat sides to the molds, which we also cast graciously at Burnson Foundry. This would have taken me 5 days to make this many tops, but it took Andrew, who's a pattern maker at Burnson, about 25 minutes to throw this much sand, which is the difference between an art studio and foundry, like industry.
That's really cool.
I know, so he just busted through it, 60 tops, boom, boom, bada bing. And so what that does is it creates, God, that's a nice casting. So what that does is create a really, you know, a nice thin casting like that, it keeps the heats the back. Yeah. Yeah, totally. We can bring.
And
Oh,
also,
there he's got a kale wool cart, which is great.
with the sand, you can see once the sand's off, when you highlight it with a variety of products, it will make the pattern on it pop a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, so what it does is basically I chose, even though it's less spectacular for y'all that are tuning in to not be able to see the metal just kind of hang out in the mold, you're getting a much better casting by having us do it the topper, because that little bit of pressure on there just really forces that detail to come out, and it pushes the metal into all those little nooks and crannies that you guys spent so long to do.
Sure.
And there's some really insanely awesome pieces.
And you can actually see in the back where we made some little paths
yeah.
to get that gas out of there.
So these are hot ingots that kind of glue themselves together. Oh boy, Kelly. It's all right. So what's going on is we are reloading the furnace with ingot. Yeah.
Ready?
Nice and easy.
So these are 2 ingots that have been stuck together. We're feeding the furnace currently.
But it's much nicer that it's molten, you know. Like,
And
and
by
these are hot.
ingots-
What do you think these are at now? Probably 1,000 degrees. Yep.
So these ingots,
So
when they make ingots, and the reason we use ingots is so that we have a large block of pure metal, so we know what to expect from the castings.
yeah, instead of like, you mean like break-offs and like
Bits
cut-offs and
of
stuff like that.
bicycles and lasers and etc.
Lasers and accessories.
It looks like aluminum.
I've actually had somebody, a friend of mine, just put parts of his old bandsaw in there, and he just fished out the steel parts and left the rest to smell. He was like, that's fine. You can do that with aluminum. It's
that
fun.
gives you some type of aluminum.
It gives you a liquidy metal form. Okay. All right on. Okay, everybody. I'm going to also shamelessly point out that we do still have t-shirts available. Normally we sell the crap out of these the day of the event, but they're still online, and they're quite stylish. They're Bella tees. They're very soft. They're FeLion branded. We have, I always say the word mauve. I say mauve, but he
fine.
corrected me. I don't know. It was like, it's mauve.
Also, Alyssa, just so you're aware,
I remember.
the
Yeah,
camera on
mauve. Yeah, it's
your head
mauve.
will record. I have a live one on my head,
Oh,
head
good.
right now. So
Hi guys. Yeah, so we got a mauve
Just
one, we
interrupting
got
the stream to
some
say that
green
it's
ones with
mauve.
chartreuse, and then we've got some of the old school ones, which are Duluth Trading Company shirts. And these are really, really comfy, so if you guys want that. Barb is rocking it out here, taking off all of the, we're reusing these cups. Oh my gosh, you're doing a great job. Let's go outside. Let's see what we got. Inside of there,
We have no, it's like,
Yeah, I happened to see when you were like dumping. I saw it dumping, pissing up the side. I'm like, it's not spilling out.
Dude, it was like, that's the fastest I've ever seen that happen.
Cool. Torch.
Yeah, we'll do the third. Then when these kind of melted, we'll put another layer on.
what you're saying is we're adding energy in here now, so we don't have to do it in the furnace. Whereas if you cold metal in the furnace, it would chill the entire pot of metal in the furnace.
it would kind of shock it, yeah. So it would take it much longer, and it wouldn't go as nicely. Oh my gosh, this one's super cool. Look at these fishes. These are the fishes, and they're so delicious. What? Oh, that's what I was looking for. Thanks, Logan. Look at this cool thing. Is this art? Is this art? Is this art?
Everything.
I like this one. Wow, lots of carving. I'm a fan. I think those are like they're just have that nice contrast with the soft one. Oh my god. You want to be careful not to hit.
Gas would be trapped, and we would.
Let the mold burnt, basically. Oh my gosh, these are gonna look amaze balls when they're cleaned up even, but they already look great.
does capital A and a small L stand for on the periodic table? I have no idea. Enlighten us. And what is that? Wow, that's amazing. I've learned so much today. Damn it. I forgot.
Hang on. Get this reconnected. I'll get the feedback after. We're like chatting. Oh, I can't.
Could they hear me?
Yeah. A
Okay.
little bit. Your microphones are kind of cutting in and out.
Right.
But I can run.
Come on, cement board.
Just leaning up against the wall.
Oh dear. Foggy glasses, can't see a thing. Where is it? Leaning up against the wall. Here it is. What we'll do is I just don't want to go bad city. So if you guys want to throw the hot things, yeah.
It all turned out really great.
Oh,
The top and
yes.
like all the vent pod is so sad.
That virtual play kit. And then they had to go on their own. Really to work on
Her microphone is too far
you know low
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go back over
hands to
everything.
kind of like, damn, look at this werewolf. That is bad.
Yeah, let her know.
I'm just meeting it for right now.
Is mine working currently?
Yeah.
The cameras?
No, I'm trying to get it back. You walked away and broke it.
You should have had a leash on me. Is hers working?
Why is this now breaking all of a sudden?
Is Alyssa's?
Oh, I can turn your mic back on. What is she walking around? Oh, she's talking to the.
Yeah, I don't think she realizes she's not live.
Let me reboot the camera.
Okay. Hey Kyle. If you have 1 second, could you let Alyssa know that she is currently not live with her video, but that is the recorded one, so we're going to have to do a tour with my helmet live again. Because she's currently doing a tour, but it's not going to be live.
No, it's fine. That's like a good for. Like,
Oh, it will?
no, it's not live, but
Well, that's what I'm saying.
yeah. He's recording it.
Yeah, it's being recorded,
Yeah.
but for each of the sections of video that we're doing today live, we should do a tour. So he's rebooting this and...
So
Yeah,
it's just not live.
Pretty much gotta
That's
do
what I
the whole
thought.
same thing over again.
Right.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'm like, you know, I get the talent thing. Like, we had to do it a couple times.
No, that's fine. Just so you know.
Okay.
I need you to pocket this.
As you wish.
Well, just tell me when the live is cut off. Are you done? Are we done
I mean,
live?
you're talking.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
just
we're
have
still
the
talking.
static camera up there right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We can just
But
walk
with
around
audio?
the...
Like,
Your microphone's on.
yeah, okay, cool.
Is this on yet?
There was some people talking in the chat like, oh, I can't see because she's walking around.
Oh, what's going on?
Because you were narrating outside.
Oh, okay.
But
But
you walked away from the
I
camera.
have my
It's okay, I'm
distance
getting it
phone on
back.
me now, so now we can go out further.
Let me get that camera reconnected.
And then we'll just...
So you have to be with
We'll
the,
loop around. No, I have a phone that extends me now.
Okay.
It was not on me earlier, so we'll just do it. We'll
But
go
I
out...
need you with me for
Yeah,
live,
yeah,
right?
we'll go outside and we'll look at some molds so people can see and tour around the studio.
Oh, okay, cool. Are we doing that right now?
As soon as he gets the camera reconnected.
Okay. That went really well.
It was great.
thought
Those
that
pieces
was-
turned out great. We should have started putting cups on a long time ago.
We should have started putting cups on a long time ago.
Not cups, the flat tops.
Well, of course, the cup and drag always turns out better, but aluminum needs it. I mean, iron doesn't necessarily need. We get some great
That's absolutely
detail
true.
with iron, but it's always better
Camera's
to do
reconnected.
cups.
Okay,
And
fantastic.
It's a ton. You know,
Just
normally
be
in a
mindful
normal
that the
camera-
microphones outside the garage bay gets dicey.
Yeah.
But I
So
can use the
currently
GoPro.
we are waiting for this pot of metal to melt. If you look, it's a nice pretty liquid
little
bath
chunk of,
underneath,
like,
but
solid metal right
it is still melting.
So what this says right here is it's at 1490 on the outside of this kiln, but that doesn't take a temperature of the metal, so that's why we have to use a thermocouple.
And the reason it doesn't take the temperature of the metal is there's a lot of volume, and every time we put a solid ingot in there, the temperature chills down significantly. Currently we are at, in the metal, 1130, 1136-ish.
Barely above,
Take or give.
barely below,
Solid.
Case in point.
barely below the melting point. So it's gonna take about 2 hours for us to bring this back up to 2.5 hours. But
Why don't we go back outside so the folks can see the castings they only heard us talking about earlier when my camera stopped working. Alex just can't keep up with us. All right.
How'd that go? Yeah, it's too far away from everything.
Big boards, but the back wall.
what
And
is?
that the sound is
Back, you can see where
I guess people that hear before.
okay.
Okay.
Well, we can bring a couple of these in. guys in. So the closer I got, the better, correct? Can you see my head cam now? We apologize for our technical difficulties, but we are doing the best we can. Here are some of the finished pieces. This is sand in here that will eventually be removed. But
Hey Dan. I just want to make sure your microphone is still on.
what's that?
Okay.
So even when I'm out there, the video's not working? Ish?
It's iffy.
Okay.
It just kind of cuts out as the problem. I think if the main door was open, like it'd be different, but
Sure.
it's just. The problem is that maybe I'm going to do the EP in here. Maybe I'll see if I can just sit up and do that for the next stream.
Appreciate everybody hanging out here inside the bay with us. Alyssa and all the other crew is going outside.
Hi, Dave. Oh, we got. Oh, you put it.
Yeah, I did.
Thanks. Got some sandals ready to go. All right. Gonna check in with Alex. See, maybe our live stream is coming to an end until 3. What do you think?
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. Should we say goodbye until 3?
Dan come in and then we can do like a little wrap up thing.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask. Should we say goodbye and like?
Yeah, I was gonna say have Dan come in with the camera and that way.
Is he out there? Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I think we're going to say goodbye for now. And we will be back at 3 o'clock. Well, I can't take my visor up. I forgot. So we'll be back at 3 o'clock CST, Central Time. And we'll be doing this all again. New stuff. Peace out. Thank you very much for coming in to